In this video, we're going to make a hands-free, touch-free alcohol dispenser. It uses an LDR and a white LED to sense the presence of your hand, and it pulls the lever of the valve with a motor winder. And of course, it can also be used to dispense different types of liquid you put into it. So let's start building. We will use this food enclosure that has a lid on it as the container. We will use this valve to control the flow of the liquid. We will directly attach on the side of the container, but the problem is that the liquid cannot fully drain on this setup. So I think that by placing it like this will solve the problem. So we melt it to make a hole right in the edge. We saw a hole on this part of the valve and then screwed it to the enclosure. So now it fully drains the liquid. The liquid drains on the hole that we made. We need to make a stand for this. In my case, I will use this plywood which I sawed into rectangular pieces and join them using small nails. I also use a sandpaper to smoothen the rough edges a little bit. Now we will spray the camera first, and of course we will also spray the stand to make it look a little bit better. And now the paint is completely dry, so now we will install this brass DC motor on the side using some mounting screws. At first I placed the white LED here, but it's a bad idea because when the liquid falls above it, it will falsely open the valve and causing more fluid to fall into it, so the valve will always open. In the end, I place it on the front wall. Now, we extend the terminals of the light dependent resistor, aka LDR, and mount it here. Now, I turn on my primitive glue gun and glued it in place. An LDR can detect light, including the light of the surroundings. To solve this, I wrap it with electrical tape, so it will only focus on the light in the front of it. Now, we will place suction cups which I get from old stuffed toys on the top of the stand so the container will stick to it. I also tape a rubber feet so the stand will have a grip. Now, I designed the circuit. I designed it to just open the valve for just a small amount of time when it senses your hand or other object. I simulate it on every circuit app to make it sure it works. So, I made a circuit on a small barrel board and soldered them together. Now, I just connect them like this and glue the wires to make it secure. Now, we get this empty ball pen and inserted it on the shaft of the motor. We cut it a couple millimeters above the metal shaft. I made a hole on this, and we will make a nut on the end of this 0.5mm nylon string and insert it to the hole. Now, it's time to get the container and stick it on the top. And we get this clip and clip it to the lever. We tie the other end of the string to it. We finally plug it to the USB port, and there we have it. But actually, first we need to tweak the sensitivity of the sensor and find the sweet spot by turning the potentiometer. And we should align the LDR towards the light source so it will work. So we can now put our alcohol, and there we have it. And yes, I washed it first and I poured pineapple juice into it. And there we have it again. It can also be used to serve beverages or anything. I just changed the timing capacitor though in this case. But it's not perfect though, its sensor does not know if the glass is full. So how does the circuit work? This part here is the sensing circuitry, and this part here is the timing circuitry. The LDR is connected like a voltage divider so that the output of this is sensed through the comparator. So when something is in between the LED and the LDR, the voltage here will rise. Now the voltage of the inverting input is greater than the reference voltage. So the output will fall to ground. The falling signal will trigger the monostable circuit here, which then turns on the N-channel MOSFET and makes the motor run. The turn-on time of this monostable circuit can be calculated using this formula. So this capacitor and resistor values will set the time. So that's how it works. If you like this video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Pinoy Engineered. I will see you later in my next videos.